Hello, thank you for watching. I wanted to talk about giving professional presentations, whether it's in front of a small group or a large group, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, half an hour, full seminar, keynote speech, doesn't really matter. I have benefits and tools that I've learned from my time in theater that I wanted to share with you. So here's a few tips on how to give better presentations. Thank you for watching. The absolute first thing that I always notice when I'm critiquing a performance is the eyes. Are the eyes focused, or are the eyes crazy? Just going everywhere, looking everywhere, not really focused, not really knowing what to do, looking for the escape exit. You need the eyes to be focused. When you're speaking in front of a group of people and not just a camera, there are so many different points of focus. You don't want to talk to just one person in the crowd. And I don't think it's a good idea to meet different people in the crowd by eye. It very easily can get distracting, can very easily throw you off, cause a little bit of giggles. So I think the best thing that you can do is to look over people's heads. Not much. Instead of looking right at their eyes, just look right over their heads. And they will not notice the difference, but it also creates just a little bit of a barrier for you, so that if someone is making a face, laughing, whatever, you can easily just look away from them, look over them, and it's less distracting for you. And they won't notice the difference. Make sure that you scan over the crowd. Look over everyone in both directions. Make sure that you really want everyone to be involved. But don't look them directly in the eye. Just look over their heads. When you're presenting, it is essential that you keep a consistent volume. The volume at which you start and the volume at which you end need to be almost identical. It is so easy to get up and to just get through your nervousness and your energy just by being really loud. Okay! And then you get into your presentation, then you start getting a little nervous, then you see people going, oh, you start going, no, you can't do that. You need to keep your volume consistent. You need to make sure that every sentence is finished, and then you move on to the next point. You need to be like one of those great public speakers who will bring up one point, bring up a next point, and then bring them together, and you always know exactly what they're talking about. In video, it's important to maintain consistent volume for the microphone's sake. But when presenting yourself in front of a group, I think people just kind of tune in to a certain volume. And if you suddenly start going lower, you're going to lose them. If you start going too loud, people will feel like you're yelling. If you're naturally loud and you just stay at that volume and maybe step back a little bit so that you're not shouting directly at anyone, that's great. If you're a little quieter and you just get a little closer and just give your presentation there, that's also great, just as long as it's consistent. It is hilarious to me that the second most people get in front of a group of people, they will immediately forget what to do with their hands. What do I do? Where do I put them? And the answer is pretty obvious. Just do what you always do. If you fold your arms, then fold them. If you're used to using them to articulate very aggressively, do it. If you just like to make little points, then just do it like that. But the beautiful thing about gesticulation is it just gets your body moving. And it makes it so much easier to read what you're trying to say from the back of a room just by your body language. You want to be like one of those great public speakers who can bring up a point A, bring up the problems with point B, but then show how they come together to make point C, and how that's what we really need to focus on. Basically, using your body to help tell the story. Any way that you can do that is great. Don't push yourself. Use your own natural body language however you want, but just make sure that you're doing it in a way that assists your story. Doesn't take away from it. Lastly, tell jokes. Take the risk of being funny. Even if you're the only one laughing, honestly, having a presentation where someone is enjoying what they're doing enough that they can tell some classic bad jokes, that's just delightful. So keep things optimistic, keep things good, be willing to laugh at yourself, and most of all, when you make a mistake in the middle of your presentation, if you meant to say south and you ended up saying sooth, just laugh at yourself. Let the audience laugh at you. Laugh with them, because being on stage is awkward. So just keeping a good attitude, keeping a good mind, and laughing, that goes a long way. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. I'm Michael Bruner of Brogan Video. Remember, at its best, video is a tool for genuine communication between people, as it should be. So, get out there and share your heart.